This video will show how to calibrate the buffer filler system. The filler has been calibrated before it's been shipped out, but it's always a good idea to calibrate once you have it in your lab. One item that can affect the calibration is whether or not the filler itself is level. You can use the bubble level, which can be found on the back of the filler, to ensure that the filler is flat and level. There are two ways to calibrate the filler. The first way is to collect a volume in a graduated cylinder or tube and take a reading. The second is to collect a volume and then weigh it out on a scale and take a reading from that. If you're going to take a visual reading, you will either use a graduated cylinder or something like a falcon tube. If you're going to weigh the volume from the filler, make sure you use something with a cap like a falcon tube. In order to calibrate any channel, you do want to make sure that buffer is all the way in the line to the chamber. You will need the pump on, and you should have heat on as well. You can do a half fill on all chambers. This now ensures that there is buffer in all of the lines leading to the chambers. Exit out of this menu, go into the settings, and then enter the filler settings menu. You will see volume calibration. Select this. Now you'll go to each chamber and disconnect the tubing coming from the filler. Keep the filler tubing at the height it will be at when in use in the system. Place your graduated cylinder beneath the tubing. Under chamber 1, you will select Start. A volume of buffer will enter the graduated cylinder. Wait until this stops and take a reading. In this case, the volume was 7 mils. You press enter, and this will change that volume to 7 mils. Repeat this for your other remaining chambers. The filler will now be able to calculate the high and low volumes from the calibrated value. The second method is to weigh the volume that is discharged from the filler. You will hold your tube beneath the tubing from the filler, enter the volume calibration, and press Start again. You will now take the tubing with the volume to a scale and weigh it out. Make sure that you weigh the tubing with the cap while it's empty so you can subtract that weight. 1 gram of water will equal 1 mil, so whatever weight you record from the scale, you will enter as milliliters into the calibration values for the filler. Repeat this process for the remaining 4 chambers, and the entire system will be calibrated. More information can be found on the DMT website under the Resources tab, where you can find training videos as well as detailed information in the Buffer Filler User Guide.